Okay, just little status updates. Something interesting's happened. So I've wanted to do animation for so long, but my problem is that there's just so many different pieces, and it's kind of hard to just sort of organically make them, come together. Um, the other thing is that there's a little bit of an effect of like the more I talk about things, the less anyone kind of wants to help me. I think it's because my ideas are just so alien, it's difficult for others to sort of wrap their heads around it. And the other issue with being sort of alien, sort of, very unique in a little bit of an off-putting way, is that when you come across other people like that, they're not necessarily, let's say, unique in the same way that, you are. So, and we can look at the sign of Aquarius talking about this, because Aquarius is like the angel or the alien, the angel or the demon even. Aquarius is very interesting. It's a very spiritual placement. It's very ethereal. I think very powerful as well. So, I've been really struggling for a long time. Do I go find help? Um, do I go it alone? What's the process here? And I think now, sort of the synthesis is I kind of have the right to ask for help whilst I'm already doing the work. And I think I would like to sort of bring together a following before I really start to do more complex work, because just the fact of doing complex work doesn't make me just the fact of complex work doesn't make it sort of worthwhile, or doesn't bring in views. Like, my animation on my channel that I have has only just recently doubled to 50 views. It was at like 25 views for the longest time. So, I would love to convey things through animation. I'm seeing it more though is how can I use this actually as a tool rather than just, oh, I like cartoons. Because I think, oh, I like cartoons isn't really powerful enough to motivate me to make something of my own versus just watching something that already exists, even though I think there's an enormous need for new art, for new media. Because, okay, there's a lot of shitty media out there that's, it's just out there right now. But I think a lot of things feel kind of substandard, in my opinion. I'm quite critical, my standards of things are quite high, but I think I'm interested in seeing animation being treated a little bit more highbrow, and that's something from anime I sort of appreciate. Anyways, so what's actually happened is I did posts, and then from the posts I did, which maybe I should make an ebook of the post at this point. I certainly have enough material. Don't know if anyone would actually download it, but I suppose maybe they would, especially if it was free or low cost. Probably the ebook should be about like €5, so that there's some psychology to it. Like, okay, I paid something for it, because something that's free, you're just so likely to store it away and not think of it. Yeah, I think making it cost something is good, because a lot of it's new knowledge, which I think makes it very valuable. Maybe not new exactly, but it's a new perspective, or a perspective that's quite unusual. Anyway, so I did posts. Then I got into videos, and videos were quite a different skill set, and I've sort of, it's a skill I've developed for a long time, or not developed. Yeah, a skill that I've been developing for a long time, and at least a long time for me. It's about been about like half a year now. It's been about 6 months since I really started doing this kind of thing. So my production of videos is pretty lazy, but then I've started to do thumbnails. I did those in Night Cafe. I've been thinking of doing memes instead to be the thumbnails. So it just depends. I think some of the ones with weaker thumbnails, or that have a point that a meme could kind of get the point across better, like you could almost know what the video is about before you watch it by looking at the thumbnail, which is a meme. I might do that. I love creating memes. It's just before I was brute forcing it in Krita, which is complete nonsense. My new plan is what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make things in Blender, and then I'm going to render them with transparent backgrounds, and then those objects rendered are going to become objects and props for my memes. I might even be able to do some light comic book storytelling this way as well. So a lot of exciting sort of developments. So basically, some of these different skills have kind of mounted up to me getting better at memes, or being very motivated to figure them out. Finally, I figured out that I can make memes very easily on Canva instead of Krita. Krita was just simply the wrong program for it. And I don't really want to go to some random meme maker page that I only, I don't want to have a different page for every little thing. I would love to have some program that could actually, be one-stop shop for more stuff. But, yeah, then with my creation of memes, then I'm going to sort of advance that and go towards building stuff in 3D to enhance the memes and make myself more sort of opportunities. It may be too that through 3D I can actually use 3D to make interesting comics rather than animation, or just wait for a long time on animation. Animation, if I could build up enough of an animation library, I think animation could be very easy and very smooth, and I could just do it and drag and drop a lot of things. It would be a bit primitive, but I think it would get the point across. And it would be something very impressive for someone basically working alone. But we'll see. It also just doesn't take a lot of time to, just throw down, it wouldn't take that much time, so I could theoretically produce a lot. So yeah, I'm excited about these sorts of things. I also noticed that when I joined the Hermetic Hideaway, it made my life better almost instantly. I feel as though I've joined sort of a different religion, and I think treating it that way will build a lot of the right things that I want in my life. I think it's going to be sort of the source, the Dharma.